What's going on, guys? What's going on, Ty Squad? What's going on, everybody? Ty here. I didn't agree with how they were going back to the old format, but I definitely think with the old format back, it's not. I wouldn't say it's bad that they're going back to the old format. That the NBA is going back to the old format. I just don't get why format. I get it's East West and it's the best players from years. The East had a younger group this year than in years. And had the West the West put up I think 100 by the half, I believe. I just think going back to this old format isn't a good way. I get that the old format they want to go back to the old format, but I get that they switched it up going back to the old format, but I'm still not like a fan that they went back to the old format. But I do think the All Star game weekend, is a good thing for the NBA. And I do think all the competitions were good too. Um, all the competitions were good too, but Damian Lillard did win the Kobe Bryant MVP, which I think that's his first All Star game MVP. So I did think Dame came to show out in that All Star game. There was a lot of like we all know who's going to be in the All Star game, which I think which I think they it's not announced more like who's going to be in the dunk contest until like a few weeks a few weeks by the All Star break. I just think the NBA needs to like announce who's going to be in the dunk contest or who's going to be um in the skills challenge or something like that early before um All Star weekend voting happens for the NBA All Star game. That's just my adjustment on it. But Damian Lillard didn't win MVP. I think the final score was 211 to 80 to 211 to 186. No, I get that when they went back to this old format that they wanted to put up a lot of points. If you did that during if there wasn't like a target score, when they did captains like LeBron versus Giannis or um um LeBron versus Steph or LeBron versus KD. If they didn't do that when they were doing the captains things, doing the target score when they were picking teams, I would say that would be a good. I think that would be a good way because the East and West put up 200 to 186 points around that. And I definitely think if you did that when you did the captain's thing, to my point, is that if you didn't have a target score for it, I think I think they would still pick captains, and they will still pick captains. And it's just like, I wish they kept the normal format where you pick captains and stuff like that. I mean, where you have captains and you pick, and you like have the draft and you pick the captain and you pick your team. Like, if that happened, if they didn't have the if they didn't have the target score when they had captains and they were picking their teams, and they didn't have, and you could put up 100 to 200 points in a game like they did last night against the East and the West, against East All Stars and West All Stars. If they did that with the captains and then have that target score thing, I would say, I would say that would be very interesting to see, but they decided to go back to the East and West. That wasn't a good thing that they went back to the old format. And I'm not hating that. I'm not hating that they went back to the old format. Whatever works for the NBA, if it's the old format or picking cap or having captains, like that works for the NBA. But I'm not hating that they went back to the old format. I'm just giving my opinion on what I think what I think could have could have made the game better. What could have made the game better. But it was an interesting 2000 in the summer of 2010. I would say this. I think if he chose to go to the Lakers, that would you would already have Kobe. I think you would already have Paul Gasol. You would have Paul Gasol. You would have Kobe. You would have Carmelo. That team could win probably 6 or 7 championships together. Because if Carmelo goes there in 2010, in the summer of 2010, that would give at least Kobe 2 more rings. 2 more rings. Like, that would give the great Kobe Bryant 2 more rings. And I think with that, if you did that, if Carmelo, this is just a big what if. Like, if Carmelo Anthony went back the to the Lakers back in 2010, I would I think they would have 6 or 8 banners in the Lakers stadium if Melo goes there in 2010, because that would be a scary duel of Kobe Kobe, that would be a scary duel. Kobe, Melo, that would be like a scary duel to come out of the West, but like we wouldn't see how the Warriors came up today, how the Warriors came up today, how the Bucks are. Like, we wouldn't see all these trades if we wouldn't see um all of these other teams today get better if Carmelo went to the Lakers back in 2010, because that would change the whole narrative if Carmelo went to the Lakers back in 2010, because then Carmelo would have a championship ring. But I do think they would win six I think the Lakers would have six champion 6 to 8 banners in the Lakers arena. Got Carmelo back in 2010. I would really like to see the Lakers, like what that would look like. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And peace.